Alright guys, Mr. G here today, and we're going to be talking about what is new in Borderlands 3. First off the list, it's coming to you on the Epic Game Store and not Steam, so that's a big issue in and of itself. Anyone that wants to complain about the game seems to find themselves going on the Steam Borderlands 2 forum to complain, because Epic doesn't have that as an option. Be that as it may, we're going to jump right past that and right into the game. Number one out the door past that is lore. The lore in this game is a little bit different. It's more the same with just a twist. You're finding vaults all over the galaxy, not just on one particular planet. The point is to find a map, which is going to be a key to unlock vaults all over the galaxy. And you've got bad guys in this, and the bad guys just happen to be YouTubers or live streamers or whatever. And as a YouTuber, I don't even know how to feel about that. But hey, it is what it is. The other thing that's going to be a little bit new is there's going to be space and interplanetary travel. So you're going to have a ship that's going to be able to carry you between planets because you're going to be finding vaults all over the galaxy. Next on the list, we're going to be talking about graphics and performance. It's got a bit of a facelift, but it's going to be the same comic book style graphics that you've come to know and love in the first Borderlands and the second. And it seems to run pretty well. It runs at, 60 to 70 frames per second on even older machines. So you're going to find it running just fine. And it's going to be using DirectX 11. Another new feature going along with graphics is you're going to notice that a lot of the parts of the environment are destructible. So you might be hiding behind a piece of cover and you'll find it's going to get blown up, which is a nice, cool new feature. Also, we've got 4 new Vault Hunters to choose from. And these are a good range to choose from. Good ones to choose for new characters are Mose, who gets a mech, and Zane, who kind of gets a cloning operative ability. Each of these characters have really nice defensive buffs and buffs that put out extra damage and are easy to use for new players. Another cool thing about characters is that now you can have multiple active abilities for characters at the same time, which is going to be something cool to find out. And I've been looking at all the characters and trying to figure out what is the best build for people starting Borderlands 3, what's the most OP character, and what I've come to find out is they're all good. There's no real best character to choose if you're starting out, so they're all really balanced, which is nice to see. In-game, we've got a new ability as far as movement is concerned. Characters are now able to mantle, aka double jump and then climb and grapple onto things. It's a little thing, but it makes it a lot easier getting on top of buildings and grabbing that loot you're going to find from all over the place. Another thing that's new but also old is you'll be getting visits from a lot of characters that are, previously in the franchise, so you can see a lot of familiar faces, some of them not for particularly long. Another feature that I found quite welcome was the ability to do vehicle customization. You'll be able to unlock parts by capturing vehicles and bringing them in, and then adding those parts to customize your own fast travel vehicle within the game. Another very handy feature that I found super nice was weapon scores. When you're in Borderlands, you have a ridiculous amount of weapons. Being able to figure out which weapon is the best can be hard. They've made it a little bit easier, just giving you a number that says this weapon is worth this score. So not only do they get ranked in the colors like you've come to know and love from the previous games, but you can see an overall score for your weapon, which is handy. On that note, there are tons and tons of weapons, and they've put lots of love into the textures and designs of these weapons, and some of them have some pretty funny gimmicks as well. Another nice thing is you'll notice a lot of the weapons have a secondary fire option. Whew! So yeah, weapons. Lots and lots of weapons, and if you're going to play a Borderlands game, it better have nice procedurally generated weapons. Dialogue. Let's talk about the dialogue. It's still stuck in the early 2000s. I mean, Borderlands 3 is essentially the Duke Nukem of our age. It's cheesy, it's corny, and it relies on a lot of fart jokes and bathroom humor, and it is what it is. To their credit, though, however, they have renamed one of the characters. You no longer are killing midgets everywhere. They've renamed those characters to Tinks. So even though it's a game that's, really just does a lot of toilet humor, they are trying to be PC on that front. And one of the biggest, maybe most frustrating changes to Borderlands 3 is they've removed the ability to manual save the game. The game is just going to automatically save after you complete objectives, or when you get near save checkpoints. A few times I think I saw the symbol that said I was saving, But I hate the existential dread of hitting quit on a game and not seeing the option to save and quit. You're not going to see save anywhere. Yeah, we have cool new UIs that we can rotate and do fancy things with, but nowhere can we manually save our game. So do know that just try and save, or exit, after you've completed an objective. So lots of new things under the hood, but it's essentially the same game with just a bit of a facelift. So everything you've known and loved in the first few Borderlands, back in Borderlands 3. So as a YouTuber, I guess I'm going to play this game and go off and try and hunt and kill other YouTubers. That's weird. Okay, Mr. G out.